So, fucking, I don't know what we were talking about.
I don't either. It became this. It became Star Wars.
Yeah, but there's more in Star Wars. There's 33 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a show.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Joe and Tom from Drunkards of the Sun.
Another funky funk, drunk episode coming to you, courtesy of Drunkards of the Sun. Anything your life's work could have been ahead of you. Tom and Joe from Drunkards of the Sun.
Join us every week on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify.
Yeah. Podcast that's about anything and everything under the sun.
Check it out.
Joe's drunk.
Yeah, we both are fucking drunk.
Stop it. We can just see
This
what
is recording.
transpires. Any good movies lately you've seen?
Dude, I haven't seen a new movie in forever.
But any movies in general?
No.
Yeah. What do you watch?
No.
What do you guys do?
We watch a lot of series, not movies. Watch Ted Lasso on Peacock.
I've heard that's good.
It's fucking great.
Is it?
It's good. If you
I
like
don't
Andy
have
Sudeikis,
I don't have Peacock.
it's free.
Oh yeah, I like Andy Sudeikis. He's
Yeah.
funny as fuck.
Yeah, he's the lead guy. He's Ted
Yeah.
Lasso. It's pretty funny. It's about American football coach or college football coach getting hired by a soccer team in England, and he has to go over there and be like a coach for a soccer team, and he knows nothing about soccer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty funny though.
That's what it's about?
It's about that. Yeah, that's
Huh.
that's what the first season is. He's a coach. It's like new coach instead of the old coach.
How many seasons they got?
Just one. Just one season right now.
But I thought he was like a down and outer type guy.
No.
That's not the case at all.
No. He's got a
Wow.
great attitude. He's a winner.
Really?
Yeah, it's
that good, huh?
it's a great show. It's a great if you got to check it out. Peacock's
Yeah,
free.
but I don't have Peacock.
Just download it. Just go to the website. We can watch.
What do you mean
whatever
download it?
It's an app.
Yeah, but you got to pay for it.
No, you don't. Peacock's
Really?
free.
Really?
Free.
So why they have?
Now I pay for it because I want to watch WrestleMania. And if you pay for it, you can watch like pay-per-views and stuff. But as in general, it's free.
Really?
So yeah, you can get on there and watch movies for free, series for free. The Office,
Really?
Yeah, The Office is on there. Other shit. Yeah.
I thought that shit you got to pay for.
No, Peacock's
Oh
free.
wow, I didn't know that.
But if you want to upgrade, you can get more stuff. Like I said, I'm watching like WWE Network and shit like that.
Oh, that's cool.
On there.
Yeah, I know they make like they made a huge deal with them.
Well, because the reason is because nobody bought it in America, I believe. Because everywhere else in the whole fucking world's WWE Network, you can buy it by itself. And for
Except
some
America.
reason,
They just networked it here.
It just went to the
Networks.
Peacock. Yeah.
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 Oh wow. Huh.
So yeah, you can watch everything, every fucking
match?
They got every single WWE, WWF, WCW, ECW pay per view on there. You
Oh,
can
they
watch them
bought-
all. You can watch them
Really?
all because they got all those, and they do have Nitro and shit on there too.
Oh, that'd be so wild. So you could watch like all the old '80s matches too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, those would be the ones I'd be watching.
I was watching '90s though.
I would too. Like the early '90s, like with fucking Jake the Snake and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah. I
fucking,
watched some shit. I watched. I've been watching a lot of Stone Cold shit recently.
Fuck Stone Cold, but
But Jake the Snake fought him. That's where he says.
oh, did he?
Yeah, because that match is where he coins the phrase Austin 316. Is after
That
he
here's
beats
the
Jake.
rattlesnake.
After
Is that
he
where you
beat,
give him the rattlesnake?
No.
Just Jake the Snake.
No, he beats Jake the Snake in like a King of the Ring, and then he does the he does the quote because I guess at this time Jake the Snake quotes the Bible and shit a lot at that time. And then he's like,
and that's where 316 came from.
and then he just throws it back at him. He's like, "Well, Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass," and that was it.
So that's how that came
that
about.
that very match is where it came up. He beats Jake the Snake for King of the Ring.
I never knew that.
And
See,
then-
because I wasn't watching WWF.
Neither
at
was
that point.
I.
I was watching WCW because
Yeah.
I would go to my grandparents' house and they had
Yeah.
WCW.
Yeah, but that's where that happens, and there was something else too.
But prior to WCW, I would watch WCW and WWF back in the day, like in the '90s too. Though also like not those '90s.
Yeah,
That's
that was
late
later.
'90s.
Yeah, that was
like
'96.
early '90s though,
Yeah.
like with Sting and shit like that. I was
It would
watching
be on there,
that.
yeah.
And like, see, I would be fascinated by watching the old early 90s with like Razor Ramon and fucking Shawn Michaels
Oh,
and
yeah.
Diesel.
And the ladder matches and shit there.
Yeah, dude, like I bet those are fucking badass to watch.
I bet.
With like Diesel, I would like to watch some of his fucking old
I didn't even, I didn't see any of that stuff. I don't know, I wasn't super into it. Did you know Kane was fake Diesel?
Really?
Yeah, Kane was fake Diesel when they brought him back.
When they brought him back.
Yeah.
Well, when Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
Because when they went to WCW, they did
had
the fake.
Yeah,
they had
the
fake
ones.
ones.
And it was Kane. Kane was Diesel.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But
I know there was a fake Undertaker in one of the.
There was.
That was the early 90s. That was
That
like
was.
91, 92.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's on. Is that on there too?
I'm sure it is, dude.
I bet that's badass.
They
That's
got.
cool.
I've been watching a
See,
lot.
those.
Of,
That's the era. I'll be watching like the 80s through the early 90s.
Yeah.
And shit. I'd be watching the fuck out of that shit. That would-
Hulkamania and shit.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And the Stinger.
Singer,
Woo!
yeah.
And Ric Flair was big back then.
Yeah, they would
fucking
have all those. They would have all those old
Jake
pay per views.
Macho Man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come down on ya. What you gonna do, brother? What am I telling you what I'm gonna do, brother? That's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. But A&E's doing all those wrestler biographies.
And then fucking Ric Flair's like, woo! We're not gonna bring wild and silent. Woo! That's a wild and silent. Woo! Ain't that right? Arn Anderson's just like,
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
Yeah, he had
you're
no
right,
personality. Yeah.
you're right, Rick. Woo! Is that right? I'm right. I'm always right.
Who was the original Four Horsemen?
I don't know the original because that goes way back.
It goes way. Okay, what's
The four-
Flair's Four Horsemen?
Again, that shit is good. The ones that I knew, there was a bunch I knew. Like when I first started WCW, I knew there was Ric Flair, Flying Brian Pillman,
Okay.
Arn
He was
An-
one of them?
Yeah, he was one of them.
Jeez.
Arn Anderson.
He's pretty young for that.
Arn
felt
Anderson. Who the fuck was the other one at the time? Maybe Benoit, because I was watching when those four were. There was one time when those four were one, and then Flying Brian died,
Yeah.
and then they replaced him with. I don't remember, but they had all kinds of Four
I
Horsemen.
know Mongo McMichaels. Was
Yeah,
one
he
of
came.
them.
He came. But there was all kinds of four. I know fucking Sid Vicious was part of the Four Horsemen at one point in time.
Oh yeah.
Same with.
So it's like X-Men in a way. Different variations.
Yeah, dude. The two that stuck around the whole time was Flair and Arn Anderson. Arn
Okay,
Anderson.
I see what they
Double A. Those are and Arn Anderson. One of his brothers was one of them at one point in time.
Oh yeah.
Ole Anderson.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Ole
yeah,
Anderson.
yeah.
He was one of them. Fucking. They had all kinds of. They just changed all through the years.
Yeah, but they had the two constants that would
Was
recruit
always
together.
Flair and Double A.
That's
But I guess I think the original were Flair, Ole, Double A, and I don't know who the fourth one. Maybe Cowboy, because I know the one dude, Randy Orton's fucking granddad or dad.
Oh yeah.
he was a Four Horseman. I think he was one at one point. Cowboy Orton.
Yeah.
Cowboy Orton. I think his name was.
I don't know. I know of him, but I don't know his name or what his character name was.
I think maybe, but I don't remember. I mean, like I said, the Horsemen have changed throughout the years. Though.
Yeah. I just that would be an
I think
interesting
Sting
time.
was one of the Four Horsemen. At one
I think
point.
you're right.
Anyways, were you gonna say what?
I was just saying I haven't watched it back that far because I didn't watch it back then. You know, I don't know. There's something about it that I didn't watch, but it probably would be interesting.
Yeah, but you got it all now.
I do have it all now.
You could watch all that.
I
now.
could. I've been watching NWO
You could come
stuff.
back with the facts, like Tom. Ole Anderson was never a Four Horseman.
Yeah, I mean, I
You'd
guess
be like
I
in
could.
your face. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I would have them all, but
You would know them all.
man, I've been
You could
watching
watch all that
NWO.
cool shit. All that shit's cooler to me than the fucking newer shit.
Yeah, well, what I saw back in the day is cooler than now, in my opinion. The Attitude
now?
Era was pretty good in WWE.
I was just watching over one before you got here. And
Yeah. WrestleMania this
It
past year
was
wasn't
fucking boring.
Wasn't terrible. I'm gonna watch Backlash, but
I watched this dude at the end. He I guess their champion, fucking Roman
Reigns, yeah,
That's his name?
Yeah,
So, the one I just watched on Fox,
Yeah.
That dude has been beating up his cousins. Is that what's happening? I don't know, but anyways, some dude came out of nowhere and beat up all of them, right? And he did this move that looked so corny. It was like he put them in their legs and like pulled them up. And he's like, like basically flapjacked them.
Uh-huh.
I was like, and they was like, oh, that's his move. I'm like, that's his move. I'm like, That's lame.
Oh shit!
It was not as cool.
I
don't know. I haven't watched WWF in forever.
It's not as cool.
I can tell
as
you
it
more
was.
about Ring of Honor than I can tell you about WWF.
Oh man, I want to watch AEW. That's where Chris Jericho is right now.
What's that on?
I have no idea. That's why I don't watch it.
Oh, yeah, I don't either.
No idea. I would like to watch it,
Yeah.
but I guess he's champion.
Yeah, but you got fucking wrestling for fucking years. It sounds like.
Oh yeah.
You could sit back and just.
I was just watching. I watched Hogan turn.
How much you pay for that?
I don't know if you need to pay. It's $4.99.
That's it.
What I pay is $4.99, and you can watch all
for all the WWF
all
shit?
the WWF shit.
Oh, I might have to get that.
It's only $4.99. Plus, you get all the other shit from NBC, Peacock, all that shit. And it's all included, $4.99.
No shit.
Yeah, but I've just been watching NWO Hogan turn, and
you watched Hogan
and
turn?
then I watched the Sting and Hogan match and
Ah.
shit. It was
That
travesty.
one I thought was a letdown.
It was such a travesty. Dude.
I think it was a letdown.
It was, and it doesn't help that I listened to Eric Bischoff talk about the NWO, and then I listened to him talk about Starrcade '97.
Yeah.
About what happened behind the scenes and shit.
What happened behind the scenes?
Well, I guess Sting was going through some personal shit that he hasn't ever talked about, other than to Eric Bischoff, and he's like, I'm not gonna say it because Sting's never said it. So he was going through some shit.
Sting was going through some shit?
Yeah.
What was he going through? And nobody would say?
Nobody says. Nobody knows.
He got stung by a scorpion.
He was going through some personal shit.
I'm changing into a scorpion.
and for some reason, they had to change the end of the match because Bret Hart was never booked as coming in and doing that shit. Like, they changed the whole thing around because Sting wasn't prepared, I guess, in some way.
So,
But
so what was supposed to happen?
They,
Nobody knows?
Sting was supposed to go over completely clean.
Oh, he was supposed to beat Hogan?
Just clean. Straight clean. Which I think would have been a better ending
Than what we got.
than what we got.
Yeah.
And why did they... Like, I will rewatch that match. And everything... I agree with a lot of things Eric Bischoff says. But that particular thing around that match, I do not think is true what he's saying.
What's that?
Because, okay, number one, he's saying Sting was out of shape.
But Sting wasn't.
He wasn't out of shape, and if you watch it and then go back to when Hogan turns and he's in that match and look at Sting then, his physique is exactly the same. He is fucking exactly
Actually,
the same.
honestly, I think Sting, when he fought Hogan at Starrcade, he was more buff.
He might have been.
He was bigger than when he left.
But that's one thing he says. He also talks about he wasn't prepared because he wasn't tan. But he's playing like a fucking golf character.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be tan.
Exactly. It was just a whole bunch of lame-ass reasons, right?
And who said this?
Eric Bischoff. And that's why they had to interject Bret Hart at the end. Which, if you
But
rewatch
Sting
that
went
match,
through the whole match.
he went through the whole, yeah.
So how could he not be in shape?
He got his ass beat the whole match. Like, if you watch it.
I haven't watched it in years.
Dude, if you watch it.
All I know is when that match went down in real life, I got to see it in real life. And I didn't see it there, but I saw it on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I had an NWO shirt
Yeah.
on. I was the only one in the house with an
You
NWO
won!
shirt. I was like, yes! I couldn't believe it because going into there, I thought Hogan was going to lose. Like I was like, Hogan's going to fucking lose. These people.
he was.
But going in there, I'm like, NWO, yeah. I'm like, fuck.
And
I'm like,
then you
Hogan's
see
going to
it.
win. Hogan's going to win. But in my head, I'm like, he's not going to win. You'll see. And fucking.
And then he basically
did. I'm like, I go, NWO, yes. And then they're like, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
It was a fast
And I'm like,
count.
you
No,
gotta
it
be
wasn't.
fucking
And
kidding.
they replay it. And
But my dad was there, so I couldn't say fucking. So I was just like, ow! But in my head, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. He had it!
He did win. Like, there's some confusion. Like, the ref was told two different things. Like, supposedly the classic tale is Hogan tells him to do a regular count.
Really?
Yeah. Because everybody in podcasts say Hogan was that type of guy where he couldn't lose and shit like that.
That I do believe.
He had creative control over his character and shit. So he could write his storyline basically, or say this doesn't work for me. So supposedly,
I do believe that though.
I do to an extent, but I don't know.
I've never met the guy, so I don't know.
At the end of the day, though, watching that match, I could sit down, record it on my computer, and then cut it in a way to where it would do exactly what they said it would do without Bret Hart. All they needed to do was have Hogan drop the leg and then showboat a second, then have Sting,
And then Sting jump up and then death drop him.
Or even do exactly what he does when Bret Hart throws him in there. He does Stinger Splash, he lands in the corner, puts a sharpshooter on Hogan and wins. They could have done the same thing.
Instead.
Just have Hogan showboat like he does.
Like he always does, yeah.
And have Sting pop up. Done.
Yeah, and what was the whole excuse? It was a fast count, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a fast count. That wasn't.
It wasn't. No, he was like 1, 2, 3.
It was a straight regular
count.
Yeah. And they played it off the next night, like, oh, the fast count, and they'd re-show it, and I was like, no, it wasn't.
Oh, wow.
And I was pulling for Sting, too, and I was like, he lost.
So you rewatched it?
Yeah, I rewatched it, and I called bullshit on what he was saying. He got a straight
So did they have the Nitro, like, after that on there, too?
They have all the Nitros.
Are you fucking
You
for
can
real?
watch all the Raws from...
Get the fuck out of here.
They're all on there.
Oh, dude.
I just watched last night when Owen Hart broke...
I would watch the fuck out of that. I'm good. For $5 you can get all that? I might have to get this.
And you can watch, like it has Andre and Hogan.
Well, fuck that. I want to see, like, the fucking... I bet they have, like, the Saturday night specials
They might.
from back in the 80s and 90s.
They talk. I heard them
on
talking about
NBC.
it. Yeah.
They had those on NBC. So I bet they do.
Yeah, but those didn't last long. But they probably
didn't last. But it'd be cool as fuck to watch.
I bet they have.
The ones that they got would be cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And then remember, like, I bet they got, like, In Your House.
Oh,
Remember
yeah, they
that
do.
shit?
Yeah, they have those.
I bet that shit's cool as fuck to watch too, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if they got, like, the commercials, like,
I
let's
don't
cut the
think the
commercials.
commercials,
That would be cool as fuck, wouldn't it? Like, see some old ass McDonald's commercial. Oh my god, that would be sweet as fuck.
Yeah.
I would buy. I'd be like, that's it, buy it now. Like they did, Tom. I saw this Burger King commercial from 1994.
Have you ever watched those? You can watch them
I
online.
haven't. Really?
You can bring them up on YouTube and see old commercials. It takes you back, dude.
Dude. I have to do that.
I would watch a subscription to just watching that shit. $5 a month. Old commercials.
That's our next show. Nothing but old commercials. No, I didn't know they had that on YouTube.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
Where are people getting this shit at?
I don't know, but it's there.
Like it seems like everything
old
can
toy
be found.
commercials and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta look this shit up.
It'll just be like a whole 20 minutes of old time commercials you can just watch back to back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's wild.
That is
It's
wild.
entertaining. It's like, oh shit, I remember that.
Dude, I would because a lot of times I remember, like, you have memories, but I don't remember like I remember seeing previews for movies.
Yeah.
And then like I'll watch a preview for a movie somehow.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how because there has
Like
been
on a
times
tape or
on
DVD.
something, right? And I'll be like, I don't remember it being like that. It looks stupid as fuck.
Yeah, that's the way I am with He-Man, the old He-Man series.
Yeah.
I'll watch that and be like, this is dumb as fuck. Why did I watch this?
Well, it was just basic as fuck. And like He-Man, and He-Man's like, ugh. But no, yeah. So I'm like, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, why would that make me go watch this? And then because I remember watching my Ninja Turtles. That's what it was. My Ninja Turtles DVD has fucking
the old intro or commercial
with the commercials.
Yeah,
has the commercials for it. So you could watch those, on what, and I'd watch it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how would this get me to go watch it? But it did.
Yeah,
because I saw the first one in theaters. That's how old I am.
Yeah, I think I saw the first one in theaters too.
Second one I didn't get to. Fun fact, the first one, my sister was supposed to go to that, and me, and I think my parents only had enough money for one of us to go, and my sister had chicken pox, so she couldn't go.
Yeah.
Now, here's the second fun fact. When Ninja Turtles Part 2, Secret of the Ooze came out, I had chicken pox,
Oh, shit.
and my sister got to go watch it in theaters, and I didn't.
That's awesome.
That legit happened.
That is awesome.
It was like fucking time karma reverted it, so that legit went that way. Yeah, dude, I remember that to this day. Because Steph was able to go watch Turtles too. Because the same thing happened when the first one came out and the second one came out. Like my cousins were going to go watch it, and they were like, "Can someone? Hey, we're gonna watch this. You guys want to go?" And then they're like, no, Steph's got chickenpox, but Tom, go, he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And I went, and there was the exact same thing that happened.
Yeah.
My cousins asked him again,
Yeah.
and Steph didn't have it, but I did. It was fucked up.
That's
wasn't it?
wild.
But I saw the first one.
Those were sweet.
The first one was the best one.
Yeah, it's like Back to the Future. As they go on, they get worse. Because that Turtles in Time bullshit at the end, nobody likes that one.
That one's
It's
terrible.
It's kind of a cool concept, but it's bad. It's bad. Secret of Ooze is pretty good.
The concept, yeah, you're right. The concept is pretty cool. You know what? You're right. You got a point about that because it was pretty cool seeing them dressed up like samurai.
Yeah, exactly. It's a new element, like back in
Yeah.
the day, but the story's just terrible.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like if they redid it and still made them go back in time, it's probably pretty
I haven't
cool.
watched that in forever.
Neither have I, because why would you?
I don't know. I own the first one.
Secret of Ooze is pretty good.
That one's good.
Yeah.
But you can see where they tamed it down from the first one to that one.
Yeah.
Dramatically. Because, like, one, they do that. Like, Michelangelo doesn't even use the nunchucks. He's using, like, hot dogs and shit, like, in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember him using... Maybe he does later on, maybe. I don't know. But they do shit like that through the whole movie.
Yeah.
To where the turtles don't really use their weapons much.
Yeah. I see
know?
what you're saying, yeah.
But the first one, they were like, fuck this shit.
Is that
First
the-
one's the shit,
Is that the
man.
one where...
I love the first. The first one to this day, I still say
It's probably
holds
the best
up.
of all of them.
It still is the best one out of all the Ninja Turtles, unless the one that they allow me to make, which I've got 60 pages written.
Well, there you go.
You hear that? But fucking
Call him up.
throw 'em up. I got a whole universe. I got a whole book full of this shit. Anyways, but that one still does hold up. To
I haven't
this day.
seen either of the newer ones. Now, I did go to Kosai where they had, like, Raphael's suit. They had a Turtles exhibit, and the movie suit.
From
was-
which one?
From one of the live action ones.
Oh, from back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day.
Oh.
They had the, like, Raphael... It was either Turtles 1 or 2, but it was still the suit that the guys
Yeah,
were
Raph?
in. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I would so want that.
It was pretty sweet. But
That's
they're small
dope.
because they're Asian guys, so it was a lot smaller than I expected it to be.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it looked big on the screen, but
Yeah, they did.
it wasn't as big as you would think it would be.
Oh, damn. Them dudes were bad as fuck,
they
too.
were. That would be... You think it would be hard to move like that in a suit
Oh,
like that?
I think so.
You think?
Because of the, the fiber.
Yeah.
It's weighing you down. You probably had to do, especially if it's, like, elasticy.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess you're right.
It depends on the way, like, the mold fits, I
Yeah.
guess. I think it would be. If it's all, like... Now, if they had, like, sections, like your arm was a section by itself...
Yeah.
And then this was... That, I think, would not be so difficult.
Yeah, it's hard to
But
say.
if it was all connected...
Yeah.
Then, yeah, I would say
it
that would be
looks
difficult.
like it, in a way, that it
Really?
would be, like, all connect... I don't know.
Yeah, because if it's
Because
all
that'd be hard
connected...
as fuck,
yeah,
right?
that, I would say, would be hard as fuck. But if it wasn't...
Yeah.
And I don't think it was, because I think the Turtles... I think they designed it. I think they had it to where, like, the arms and the legs were, like, one suit, and then they put the shell...
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
over top of it with the belt and all
Yeah.
that shit. Because like I've seen behind the scenes, and them dudes are moving really well.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was the case at all. I think they did do it that way.
Yeah.
To where the shell was one, and the
Yeah.
arms and the legs were another unit.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. It'd be easier to...
It'd be way easier. Because if you had the shell and the legs and the arms all connected, that'd be a bitch.
Yeah.
You'd be like, can't get up.
Yeah.
You'd be like a turtle stuck on his back, trying to fight the shredder. He's just like easily punching you around. Like, I thought these turtles were badasses. And the shredder's like, I thought so too. Right?
Oh my god, yeah.
But yeah, the first one is a Turtles movie. I think
those
still
two
holds
were
up.
good, and I don't know why they tried to do animated with these newer ones.
I mean,
Because the suits were so much real.
Yeah, but I get why they did it, because
It's probably cheaper.
they made it because they were bigger.
Yeah.
You know, because
But why do they need to
if
be
you look
bigger?
at the turtles, in the Michael Bay movies compared to
They're giants.
they're giants, they're huge. But his concept was that they're mutants, right? So I see where he's coming
guess.
from, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But I watched both of them.
And they're not good.
No, they're not good. But what's surprising is there's elements about them I kind of like, right? I'm like, okay. But in the same fashion, it's the same. Like the second one, Because they got Bebop and Rocksteady and Krang in the second one,
All right.
right? And the Shredder in the second one, right? And the Shredder's totally different in the second one is in the first one. And I don't know, you gotta see it. Because, like, I don't know, like, I liked them, but I hated them at the same time.
Okay.
It was like a love-hate relate, like, legit. Like, watching it, I was entertained and enjoyed. But there was things I was like,
Yeah.
But, I don't know, there's a lot of shit I thought was cool. But a lot of
I
shit
just
of that
didn't like
was
how
dumb
big
as
they
fuck.
were.
Oh, yeah, they were big as fuck.
I didn't like how big they were.
See,
Is
I liked
Splinter
it.
in them?
Huh?
Is Splinter in them even?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, and he fights.
Okay.
Splinter fights. And that was what I thought was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, Splinter fights Shredder in the first one. But Shredder's like, it's so fucked up because Shredder, like, they show him at one point. And see, the Foot Clan is what disappointed me because the Foot Clan is like a bunch of mercenary guys instead of like ninjas.
Yeah.
I was like,
Aw.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's exactly how I felt. But like, there's this one scene where Shredder, like, he's out of his suit and he just beats the fuck out of like 4 dudes tied up, which was dope as fuck. I'm like, oh my god, it's shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's a love-hate relationship with me in those new ones. Whereas the original Ninja Turtles movie, I love that from top to bottom, right?
Yeah.
No, but like with the CG, I get why they use the capture motion. I get why.
Yeah, I guess.
I get it. I get it. But I don't. I mean, and I also get the concept behind making them so big. But I get why you shouldn't make them so big because they're teenagers
And they're turtles.
and they're turtles, right? They're supposed to be smaller.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I didn't get that, but I think I've seen part of the newer ones. But yeah, those old
Yeah, I
ones.
watched both of them. And they're not good. They're not good movies. But like I said, if you're a Ninja Turtles fan, there's things you can pick out. It's like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, all the new ones suck, but
There's
I can still.
elements.
There's still
Yeah.
elements about
Yeah.
Star Wars I can pick up. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I was like, "There's movies I hate that trilogy now." Because
Yeah.
it made my hopes so high, and it was doing so, and I had to explain so much, and then it just gave me nothing, right?
Yeah.
But I still own them, and I would still watch them because there's elements about them that I like.
Yeah, because they're always pulling from the old stuff.
Yeah.
And that's going to make you...
And there's some shit in there that's cool. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool, you know?
Yeah, and I agree totally, especially with that series. It started off on such a high note. It was
one?
the
Star Wars?
last 3. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The last 3. And then it just progressively...
Yeah, but see, and you get, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Last of the Jedi is that's the second one.
Force Awakens.
No, Force Awakens is the first one.
Yeah.
And then Last Jedi, right? Last Jedi. That one, that's the one where I like watch it and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Whereas Rise of Skywalker, like I I said that all fucking weird too. I was like, Rise of Skywalker. I was sitting there thinking that tonight because I was thinking in my head like I was watching Bad Batch and I'm like, man, Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I'm like, I was thinking like, what is it about Rise of Skywalker that I like? And
It was that hard.
it was that hard, and I still think that I don't know. I still don't know.
I just watched it recently for the first time.
To me, if I had to pick right now, with being unknown, it'd be the montage in the beginning.
At the beginning montage.
Because I think that's cool. I think it's so cool with Kylo Ren, like, going to place, killing people. I think that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
But it stops being cool when he gets to Palpatine. Right?
When I watched it for the first time, my legitimate first thought of that movie was I didn't understand any of what happened up until the last 45 minutes. I was like, this last 45 minutes, or maybe not even 45 minutes.
That's the most confusing, Joe, is the last 45.
I thought the last part of it was actually good, and I thought the first 2 hours was terrible. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck is going on there.
No, the last 45 is just as bad as the first 2. Let
Maybe
me
it just-
reassure you,
Maybe
friend.
it just won me over. By the end of it, it's like, okay, this isn't bad. It's almost
What
over.
got Joe won over, I bet, was the mysterious weirdness of the kiss of Rey and Kylo.
No.
That's the last 45, and that's like, what in the fuck is going on there?
Yeah, I mean,
it's stupid.
It is dumb. I didn't like.
They
No.
never
Maybe it
showed
wasn't
a
45.
romantic link at all.
Maybe it wasn't 45 then. Maybe that wasn't.
It was your last 5.
Yeah, it felt like
In reality,
45.
he's like, that was pretty cool. And she put this lightsaber down, and she said her name was Skywalker. That was pretty. Joe, that was the last of the movie. That wasn't the last 45. That was the last 5 seconds.
I thought that was dumb. I'm sorry.
It was dumb. Dumb as fuck. It's the easy way to cop out, is what it was.
That was bullshit.
The whole movie was bullshit.
What? Okay, I know why they did it, but all that Princess Leia shit was so forced. It was so forced.
It was.
It was forced as fuck because it came from another movie even. They wrote around it from another movie.
Yeah.
It was so forced because she died.
Yeah.
And they wanted her to be in it and honor her, whatever. But every scene with her.
You know how they could have honored her in that movie? Was when she sacrificed herself in the ship. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Honestly, when I watched the movie in theaters, I was like, oh, this is when she's going to die. This is when Carrie's gone from us. It was when she sacrificed. But then she's like, dun, 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 dun,
But that wasn't the
dun,
second one, though, wasn't it? Wasn't that Last Jedi?
That's when she died, my friend. Yeah, she died.
Oh, but she
after
pulled
that
herself
movie.
back.
Yeah, she pulled herself back.
And
because
then she was like
she
exhausted
died
or
when
whatever.
that movie came out, remember?
Yeah, I remember, yes.
When she died when that movie came out, I was like, oh, this is how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
If I swear, I have to pull up stats, but I feel like she died either right when it got done, because everything from Rise of Skywalker was footage from Last Jedi and Force Awakens.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
They just compiled it?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay.
If
Okay.
I'm correct, and I do believe I'm correct.
Because I knew part of it was from, like, Force Awakens. I knew that. A lot of the Leia stuff was from Force Awakens.
Because I believe she passed. I
don't even think she was.
I believe Carrie passed.
Like, right after not Force Awakens, but, Last Jedi. She died, like, right after Last Jedi was done.
I feel like that.
Yeah, because I know she wasn't around for filming the last movie. She was not live.
No.
She was gone. None of that.
And I'm going to find out right now.
None of that.
When did Carrie Fisher die? Right there. She died in 2016. Yeah, Damn, she died that long ago?
Yeah, 2016.
So
and
when did...
Force Awakens, I think, came out in 15, dude.
I know Force Awakens came out... No, Force Awakens came out in 13 or 14, I think. Right. So when did Last Jedi come out? And that was 2017.
So, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I was right. So... She died before that movie was released. So
exactly.
When I was like, that's when they should have let her die.
Yeah,
scene.
Right. In that scene, okay.
When because she sacrificed herself.
Yeah.
And she
got blasted out of the
blasted
ship.
out, and she got blasted out.
Yeah.
And then instead they had her like force.
Yeah.
She used the force to come back and and.
I got confused. I thought you were talking about the last movie.
Yeah,
not
no. Because remember, in The Last Jedi, she survived.
Yeah.
And she's already dead in real life. So everybody's like, how the fuck are they going to do the next movie?
You're right.
And that's when they pulled from Force Awakens.
Movies. And that's why it's so fucking forced, is because it's something else. It's not... It doesn't feel right to me.
No, it doesn't.
Like, it doesn't feel right at all.
Now, the CG part where... I can't talk. But when Luke and Leia were training and they did the fucking de-aging shit, I've heard there's more to that.
Oh, yeah?
That's what I've heard. And I think that part was cool when they put that in there.
Yeah.
Now, because both of those actors, that's not them doing that. No. You know what I mean? They're doing the de-age thing.
Yeah.
And it takes... There was a book called In the Splinter of a Mind's Eye. Oh, yeah? And they do that in that book. So that was like a homage to it. I thought that was cool.
That's cool.
But that's probably the coolest part
of that movie.
And Rise of Skywalker that I liked in.
Yeah. It's probably
I think that is.
That's probably it.
The rest of it sucks.
I can agree.
And yet I own that movie still.
Well, you have to. You're obligated. You're that far invested.
I love Star Wars. Star Wars is my shit.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to Drunk of the Sun. This is Joe and Tom.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody
like and subscribe.
Thank you all for subscribing and liking from Drunk on the Sun, the podcast about everything and anything under the sun.
So check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram. We're posting new shit every week. See ya.